What's going on, guys? It's your boy Gio from HAIRGC, back at it again with another video. And today we're going to be breaking down the question, finasteride or minoxidil, which is worse, which is better? Let's get into it. So listen, if you're facing hair loss, the first thing you're probably going to do is panic uncontrollably. No judgment in that, is probably true for most of us. The second thing you're most likely going to do is get on Google and research what can be done to prevent further hair loss, or restore and preserve whatever hair you may have left. And due to your endless endeavors on Google, you've most likely come across minoxidil and finasteride, which is no surprise as they are marketed as the most efficient medications for hair loss therapy. It's significant to know that these two are the only drugs on the market that have been approved by the FDA. Even though you might not have many choices when it comes to hair loss remedies, you might still be confused about which one of these two medications to use, or you might regard the possibility of using them both simultaneously. That is why I feel like it is so essential to compare minoxidil with finasteride and come up with a conclusion of which one of them is the best choice. So let's talk efficiency. The most accurate and recent surveys on the efficiency of minoxidil and finasteride has been conducted by the Memorial University of Newfoundland, who published their work in the Journal of American Academy of Dermatology. Why is this survey game-changing? Because it unites all previous high-quality surveys on this topic, gathering 23 articles published before 2016, including studies on the efficiency of low-level laser therapy. Across multiple studies and researches, both of these medications proved to be efficient. Moreover, 2% minoxidil is as effective for women as 5% is for men. It should also be mentioned that finasteride is a prescription-only medication in most all countries, including the United States. Therefore, without a doctor's prescription, you won't be able to buy it in your local pharmacy. On the other hand, though, minoxidil is an easily accessible over-the-counter medication that you can buy in any pharmacy or online. So, the fact that minoxidil is an easily accessible medication which can be bought without a prescription plays a lot in its favor. You won't find a minoxidil brand which doesn't highlight the fact that their product not only stops the hair loss process, but regrows already lost hairs. However, this statement is far beyond reality, as hair regrowth depends on many factors like overall health, physical activity, genetics, and what stage of hair loss you're currently at. So how do they work? Both these medications treat androgenic alopecia. However, the mechanism of treatment is very distinct and individual to oneself. Minoxidil is a non-hormonal medication, and it works by stimulating blood flow in the scalp and widening blood vessels, which in turn brings more oxygen and nutrients to the hair follicles. It prompts protein synthesis, which opens potassium channels for the cell membranes. Finasteride, however, is a hormonal medication. It slows down the conversion of testosterone to DHT. DHT is the most vital hormone responsible for hair loss in men and women. With natural amounts of DHT, it has no effect on baldness, but if your body is producing an excess amount of DHT, then that's when hair starts falling out. Finasteride limits the natural production of excess DHT, which allows the body to maintain already existing hairs and slows down the process entirely. It's imperative to mention that both these medications need permanent usage, and if you decide to cease the treatment, hair loss will resume. That is the most notable disadvantage of hair loss treatment, as you have to permanently use both these medications. In terms of effectiveness, both show promise. However, given the fact that finasteride is a more potent medication, it definitely needs to be taken with caution. No one wants to make the mistake of inducing hormonal imbalances, so you definitely need to consult with a medical professional. Well, you kind of have to prior because, like I mentioned before, it's not an over-the-counter medication and requires a prescription in most countries. Therefore, just by discussing that, we can deduct that minoxidil is safer and more convenient. Side effects are probably the most important criteria that we should use to determine which of these medications is better to use. Even though these medications tend to be well tolerated by most users and the chance that you will experience these side effects is relatively low, we still ought to consider them. on the basis that minoxidil is a topical solution and it is applied directly on the scalp. It does not penetrate into the blood in high amounts. Therefore, the most common side effects are related to skin problems like burning, itching, redness, and sometimes dandruff. On the contrary, finasteride is a hormonal medication and it might cause severe side effects. Of course, in rare cases, but there's a risk. The most vital ones are symptoms related to erectile dysfunction, ejaculation disorder, and a decreased libido. With that, we've hit the final of the comparison of these two medications. For more information, check out our blog post in the description box down below to learn more about these medications, as well as a bunch of content related to hair restoration, hair care, and beard grooming. And that is it for today's video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let us know if you found the video helpful in the comments down below. My name is Gio from HAIRGC, and I'll see you soon.